The last one you said, why can't God use evolution as a vehicle? Because, and listen carefully, Allah is not like humans. He doesn't do what humans do. But he does cause things to be shaped over a period of time. We know that. We've seen it. I mean, didn't you ever see any of the historical evidences in the sciences? You can see that there have been times when humans didn't live on the planet. There have been times when humans were living very coarse lives. There have been times when humans were very much different than they are today. Now, carefully think about what's being offered as so-called science today. Talking about some little creature that gets bigger and bigger and bigger many times. How much bigger? Thank you for sharing. How much bigger, percentage-wise, is that little creature that they show us in their scheme of evolution for humans to the size of a 6-foot man? If you are really objective, you say that's totally and utterly ridiculous. Now, I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. Because Islam says exactly the same thing, only the opposite. It says that Adam was so tall, his knees would be way above your house. 60 cubits. He was so tall, taller than a water tower, more than 150 feet. I'm giving you some rough numbers. And goes from that down to us today. And if you said, that's totally and utterly ridiculous. Okay. If you can't accept this, and it's coming from the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, it's coming from Islam, and we have plenty of other proofs to go along with it. You can't accept that, but you can accept people who lie, fabricate, make up stuff, and they tell you the opposite, but you'll accept that. That's pretty cool. It's actually pretty dumb. And I don't mean it to be sarcastic, but I'm just saying that if I just gave you the exact example, then you could go, I can't go for that. But we have the proof from the one who created it. On the other hand, and I know that you probably know this, but for the benefit of the audience so they'll hear it too. Piltdown man, P-I-L-T-O-N, Piltdown man. Just do that. Type that in regular Google. Piltdown man. And you'll find one of the biggest hoaxes 100 years ago in England. This was a big hoax trying to prove that human beings came from monkeys. And another one, Nebraska man. A big display in Nebraska in the museum and talking about, and professors giving their dissertations and writing their all about, you know, and they even had a mural that they drew showing us what did these people look like. Not one, not two, three. Looks like kind of like the father one, and then the lady one, and the little kid one, and they got some kind of animal tearing it apart, whatever they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Are you getting the picture? Huh? And what was their evidence? And they had all kind of things around the display, but the actual only proof they had was a what? Tooth. It was a tooth. And it was oversized, but it had a lot of things that really seemed human-like. Human-like. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, that's it. And they said it was a prehistoric human who lived blah, 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 blah. And he was part of the... and they went on and on and on with this thing. And it was like 20-something years. Until somebody said, you know what? That looks an awful lot like a tooth I saw in another museum. Let's compare them. And it was exactly from a prehistoric pig. And this is not a joke. They wiped out the whole display, gone, put something else in there tomorrow, just what about these guys got their PhD off of it? They go back and take their PhD away? What they do with the books they wrote, they still have those same books in the schools today. Of course, if you know anything about Nebraska, man, you throw the book away, but why didn't they make a big effort to get rid of it? They made a big effort to take the Quran out of every single library in California based on a translation that actually was based on a non-Muslim translation of part of a verse if you didn't read the rest of the verse. Pretty cool?